Hello. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this training, we are ready to start smiling and dialing. At this point, you should have already installed the Phone Burner extension in your Zoho environment. You should have already done some test calls to make sure that all of the custom fields are created in your Phone Burner account properly so that you can manage that data and make sure it updates back to Zoho properly. You should have created the option to initiate a dial session from any custom modules. And so at this point, you are technically ready to start smiling and dialing. And I say technically because I do recommend that you continue going through some of the additional training to help automate some of the updates that you're going to need to make to these records so that you ensure a proper process of working through your data in an effective and efficient way. However, like I said, at this point, you are technically ready to start smiling and dialing with Phone Burner. So let's talk about that. Here I've got a custom module set up, ready to go. Or I could begin a dial session from my contacts module, select those records, launch a Phone Burner session, or I could be working from my leads module. I could select those records and begin a dial session from here, or accounts. So I have the ability to begin dial sessions from lots of different areas. I'm going to go ahead and launch a dial session from the contacts module in Zoho for our example today. Let's go ahead and select some records and begin our Phone Burner session. Once I initiate that dial session, I can go ahead and select the voicemail I want to use for this session, my dialing and live answer sets, caller ID if I've set a specific caller ID, and in this particular case, I'm going to record the calls, and we're going to go ahead and continue. Now I just need to connect into the system, so I'm going to dial in. I can use whatever phone I'm used to using when I'm making calls. That could be my home phone, my cell phone, my office phone. Doesn't matter. Any phone I can use to call into the system. Once I'm connected, I can then start dialing, and the system is going to start working through the data that I had selected. So if I'm calling a contact and they don't answer, it goes to voicemail. I don't have to listen to the entire greeting. I don't have to wait for the beep. I can click. And in one click, I can instantly drop a voicemail, fire off an email, and I'm off to the next call. I don't have to waste my time wearing my voice out, leaving the same voicemail over and over and over again. Let me show you that again. Once again, boom, voicemail, done. So let's say I'm calling this contact and it's ringing and ringing and ringing, and I'm just done listening to it ring. I hit the no answer button. I'm off to the next call. Of course, all of my custom field data is over here on the right. You can see most of these are empty because they're just sample contacts. But any changes I make during this dial session will be logged back into Zoho. If somebody answers live, there's no pause, no delay, no awkward silence. At some point, I'll just click live answer, and then I'll end the call when I'm done talking to them. So as far as the prospect is concerned, it's just like any normal call. It's like I picked up the phone and I started dialing them directly. I can add my notes. And then when I'm done, I just click on the appropriate disposition based off the call outcome. So let's say Mr. Powerman here was interested, so I'm going to go ahead and mark him as interested, and we're off to the next call. So I'm going to go ahead and pause our session here for a second. Let's go back to our contacts and let's find Powerman. All right, so I did a quick search for Powerman here. This must be the one that I called. Let's go ahead and open up his record. Go into the details. You can see our note here, right there. Great call with Mr. Powerman. He's excited to buy lots of stuff. The activity was logged as an interested call outcome. And of course, I updated the date of birth as well. Obviously, that's not right. But anyway, you get the point. Any changes I make to that record are automatically updated back in Zoho. The notes are logged back in Zoho. And the activity is logged back in Zoho. And so like I said, if you've been going through the training, at this point, you are technically ready to start smiling and dialing yourself. However, I would highly recommend that you continue going through the training because I've got a lot of great extra stuff to go over with you to help you better take advantage of all of this data that's going to be flowing back to Zoho. But thanks for taking the time to watch this training, and happy dialing.